he whose name shall not be named said this on December 2017 while speaking to FBI Academy graduates. They have a lottery. You pick people. Do you think the country is giving us their best people? No. What kind of a system is that? They come in by lottery. They give us their worst people. They put them in a bin, but in his hand when he's picking them is really the worst of the worst. Congratulations. You're going to the United States. Okay. What a system. Lottery system. If we should at all start, let us at birth. Let there, of course, be a certificate of birth. Let mine, like anyone else's, be how I prove that I was born. It is 2018, and would you look at that? How there is no difference at all between the calendar of the year I was born and these years if you pay no mind to the dates for Easter and other irregular holidays based on a lunisolar calendar. On the day I was born as another would cease to be a son his mother can name as alive, if perhaps the weight of this reality that he was born, that she birthed him, hasn't already laid claim of her breath. And the headline says, Walker becomes first execution in 28 years. In 1990, I was born, the first child and son of my mother, which means this year I'll be 28. And celebrating this will be a reminder that indeed I was born. And the news article says he was the first inmate in Illinois to die by lethal injection. And isn't this too, I think, a kind of birth? And again, the article says at 12:01 a.m., the buttons which the two devoted disciples would be assigned the role of executioner pushed, delivered to his condemned body the gospel, how the end is near. And of course, the Trinity. One drug for him to sleep, the second for his breathing to stop, and the third his heart. And of course, before this, the Last Supper, pan-fried wild rabbit, gravy made from the pan drippings, biscuits, a dessert of blackberry pie with whipped cream. And I cannot help but think how again I'm sorry we have to start at birth. And how in order for a thing to become an answer, if hunger were to be a question, it has to be first born of its mother, or of our mother, the earth. Yes, let us start at birth. And how if everything must have a genesis, chapter 1 of this would speak of how on the 78th day from the day I was born, a president's signature, like my father and mother's on my birth certificate, confirmed the birth of a thing. And the thing is what will years from now grant my father and I entry into this country, where as of today, he whose name we refuse to name is still president. And the one who was then said, today, I am pleased to sign the most comprehensive reform of our immigration laws in 66 years. And most days like today, I still am not sure whether I am pleased by this or not, but I know if this was not birth, there would be no form for my father to sign. An agreement that we will find with leaving, who knew, my mother and sister and 3 brothers behind, and that we will all find with the reality that years after I would have left, I will miss them so much that I will empty my ducts until there are no more tears left in them, and that my father would empty his pores or purse, same thing, of his hard-earned sweat up to the last drop, and offer it as payment that will grant them the opportunity to come join us. But let us not speak of the years that will pass before this. No, let us.